Hey there guys, Frankomatic here, and this is Oink. My ROM title claims this was released in 1982, but the copyright is 1983, so I'm going to trust the copyright. This game is, as you can see from the demo, which this actually has, is kind of a weird reverse Breakout clone, in that you need to keep building up the wall to prevent getting abducted by the wolf's laser tractor beam breath. And the score challenge for this one is 25,000 points. Decided I need to set myself up some ground rules here, so I'm going to give myself at most 3 on-screen chances before I call a bad challenge failed. Because if I can just keep trying forever, there's no dramatic, anything, because I will just eventually succeed. And actually, I've already failed one challenge, in that there was actually a badge, a secondary badge, for Laser Blast for getting 1,000,000 points. So, that brings you to the second thing. Some games have tiered badges. If I get one tier of it, but fail at, but then lose, I'm going to say that the challenge is over, and I have failed the higher tier badges. This one only has 1. Either you get the 25,000 or you don't. So 3 shots at that, at preventing this wolf from stealing these 3 pigs. Of course, since this is an old Atari game, the endeavor of stopping him from stealing pigs is doomed to failure. You just eventually cannot keep up with the speed at which he starts destroying the walls, and you will eventually die. And you will eventually die 3 times. Nothing can be done to stop that. Everything speeds up as per usual in Atari games. And as it speeds up, you get points faster and faster, so it's really, as long as you know how to handle staying alive, but there's kind of a trick to it that's pretty easy to figure out. It's not too hard. Spoilers, on my first attempt at this game ever, I beat the patch score. And right there is the secret. You can get hit, but he has to tractor beam you down beyond the walls in order for you to lose a life. So if you can keep the walls built up just enough that there's not a very big hole available for you to get snagged through, you can keep yourself alive for a pretty good amount of time, even with your walls being incredibly threadbare. The only real downside is if you take a shot and you're holding a brick, you drop the brick for no gain. Oh. Which is no good. Oop. Ooh, that was close. That hole there was a little on the big side. Ooh, that could have been the end of that. That could have been the end of the first pig life there, but I lucked out. That also could have easily been the end of it. Yeah, that's it. You can extend your lives out pretty far with a little bit of care. And I'm not really doing super great on the care part here. Ooh, I was confident that one was over. Oh, yep, that one's it. The House of Straw has been breached, so now we're up to the House of Wood. I managed to last a little bit longer on my first pig the last time, so that might be a bit of a problem. As far as I'm aware, there is no way to get extra lives in this game. You've got 3 shots, that's it. which I guess makes sense, given the fact that we're following a pretty set narrative here. The part that makes it kind of tricky is the fact that he likes to work around the middle of the wall, so you have to kind of run really far away to get bricks at points, and you don't really have the time for that, because he is just so fast at lasering your walls down. I'm kind of sad that's not the weirdest thing I've had to say regarding video games. Also screwing up and... Ah, crud. Letting that happen. I don't think I'm gonna make it this first go, because I'm playing real bad. But, we get 3 shots. And honestly, this game's actually pretty fun. So far, most of the patch games have been really good. Which has been nice, as I knew some of them would be, like River Raid is classic. Laser Blast is a personal favorite of mine for old games, so I wasn't too concerned about those ones. But I needed games like this, which I had never even heard of, let alone played. So it's kind of a pleasant surprise to have them be good. Because there was some real garbage on the Atari 2600. Ah, I blew it. Oh, that's one try down. Got most of the way there, but not quite. Gotta play a little smarter, I think. If he wants to help me out by being, incredibly insistent. On working at one spot over and over again for a while, that would be pretty cool. Okay. Failed to drop that, that wasn't good. Failing the drops repeatedly doesn't help either. Maybe I should just get better at video games. Something I say fairly frequently, but I never do. Someone mentioned Keystone Capers on the Mega Mania video, and I will eventually give that one a try, more than likely. That's another one I played a bit when I was younger. I was never particularly good at it, but he does have a patch, so I might as well give it a shot. That is kind of the point of this whole little mini-series. Alright, here's where the troubles set in. Whoop. The fact that his laser shots are diagonal kinda makes things a little trickier too. seems to be going a little better this time around now. Whoop. Maybe I think he's being a little less laser focused this time around. Whoop. Or maybe I'm just playing a little smarter. Ooh. Really, the tricky part comes when he starts making these big old holes. You gotta drop the bricks to get points. So you have to put yourself in danger. That's kind of what makes it a video game, I guess. Whoop. Oh, that's one down. Keeping it at about 10,000 per should work out, though. I'm not 100% certain, but I think when you lose a life, you get a little bit of a break and it slows back down a little bit. Not much, but a little. It'd be nice if you could go over to the other side for a little bit, Mr. Wolf. Ooh. Yep, that's another one down. Might be able to make it, though. Maybe I'm not a good enough pig. Nope, it's fine. Challenge complete. Took 2 tries, but that's okay. I think my best score was about 30,000. And I'm not beating that. But that's another patch down. Don't know which one I'll try next, but I guess we'll find out in the near future, as I'm kind of cranking these out. They're pretty easy to make. The hardest part is that patch pad at the end and getting it put in. But anyways, later guys.